Therapy Thursday is on. It's just where we ended up talking it out and working it out. Meredith MD is on the job.
Hello.
Dr. Davi is here.
Come on with it.
And Orlando BGYN, just in case it goes that way. All right, 888-429-0941. You can pull up on us with any question, and we'll try and give you some sort of brilliance, or we'll at least fake it. All right, what we got?
Oh, we got one that came in. There's a typo, so we're gonna have to work our way through it. It says, "I need a change. I'm 314 years old." I think they meant 31 or 34. But
I'm 314 years old.
Well, let's go with 34.
Okay.
It says, "I need a change. I'm 34. I've been working in corporate America for the last 6 years. I went to college and I'm working in the field that I studied. I make good money, nothing great, nothing crazy, but I hate it. And I'm thinking about going back to serving. The few people that I told about this think I'm crazy and I'm moving backwards. I know I'll make a lot less, but I would do almost anything to stop the stress of the corporate rat race. Does this make any sense to you guys?"
It sounds like you're desperate right now to try something new, right? To get out of where you're at. But you can shift to a different area and use and build off of the degree or whatever you have. You don't have to go back to serving. Although you can. If you want to. That's something you really want to do. You can. This is your life.
He doesn't want like a high-end job.
Right,
like,
but I mean,
White
but
collar.
you might,
White
but
collar.
Like a
you know
white
what?
collar
But your
gig.
degree means you can at some point. You
Right.
can tap out. You can say, you know what, I worked really hard.
Yeah.
I got to this point. Now I just want to unplug and I want to, serve, bartend or serve drinks or whatever and talk to real people. And
Sure.
once I get done with that, you have the option of going back to being brilliant.
Yep.
You can go back to working at whatever it is you're doing, financial, NASA, whatever, cure cancer, whatever it is, but you can take a break.
Yeah.
That's like when people I'm taking a semester off or they're doing whatever.
Yeah.
You've done all of that schooling. Now it's time for you to readjust your brain. So there's nothing wrong with that.
I agree, bro. A lot of times we do things because that's what we've always been told that we have to do. Right after high school, you got to go to college. You got to go to college. You got to get a degree. You got to get a job with that degree. And then you've done all these things that everybody tells you to do. You're like, I hate it here.
I just want to deliver pizza.
Yes.
And you're not happy at the end of the day.
Let's see here. Out of the 941, it says single and dating. So my question is about a hookup.
Oh.
It wasn't planned and just happened. Literally met them that night.
Okay.
No complaints here. Everything went great. But my question is, how much am I expected to talk to this guy now? It feels weird to get a good morning or good night text from somebody that you've never had conversations with. I mean, I don't even know your last name.
Oh.
Help me make it make sense.
I mean, don't ghost the person. Just be honest.
Why does it have to be a ghost thing? They just want to know how often do you want to, how much are they supposed to talk?
There's no, listen, you already crossed that line. You guys were intimate together. He probably maybe just wants to get to know you a little bit and text you and just have a somewhat of a conversation. He might end up wanting to at least get to know you more and sit down and talk and go on a date. You don't know. So I don't understand why we can't just text back.
Unpopular opinion.
Oh God, here we go.
You can ghost a one-night stand. You can.
You can.
You have no duty to that person. You just met him that night. You guys got your rocks off, and after day 2 or day 3, he should get the picture. He should understand, and he's going to keep it moving. It's not going to be something he dwells on. You don't have a responsibility for somebody that there's absolutely no groundwork that you guys lay. There's no foundation. There was no rapport. You just met him. You smashed, and you could be done with it just as fast.
But you can communicate.
You can if you want to.
But you don't have to be
You don't have to.
all day back and forth.
No.
No.
But that's not what she wants. She's not into the guy, because if she was into the guy, she wouldn't be writing.
She would've texted him.
She would know. You could just cut it off completely. I'm okay with that. Somebody you just met and
Ghosting
then now
hurts.
you hooked up.
Ghosting hurts.
Y'all keep saying ghosting because that's the buzzword. They said no complaints. Everything went great. So
If you
enjoyed it.
If you want to continue it and see him again, then you're gonna have to reach out and talk to him. If him hitting you up with a good morning text bothers you, this might not be the dude.
That's kind of true. Yeah, if that's already bothering you, he's just being nice.
Just say hello.
Women would die for that, by the way. He's not ghosting you. You're potentially doing that to him. And then also, he kind of wants to get to know you a little bit more. A lot of women would just
If nothing
kill for
else,
that.
he wants another crack at it.
By the way,
right.
Which
and,
is-
and that's cool.
how good was it, by the way? We all also got to think about that.
No complaints.
Yeah,
so I guess it was good.
I would keep him in the lineup. Then.
All right. Well, hey, we got yours coming up. Keep him in the lineup.
Yeah.
Meredith's just different, man. You know it's Easter weekend.
Yes, it is. I know.
You need to watch your mouth.
Sorry.
I'm looking at the text right now. Therapy Thursday, Wild 94.1. I'm trying to figure this out. This says, since it's Therapy Thursday, it should be safe to ask, now not to get political or anything, but what the hell is oatmeal?
What is oatmeal?
What is
I don't even know
oatmeal?
what that means.
It's oats.
I don't know. I mean, I know it is oats.
Yeah, they're
and
oats.
It's a cornmeal made of oats.
It's not cornmeal.
But I mean,
That's
like
corn.
a smush. Well, I don't know how to describe it, but I mean, they threw me off because I'm like, man, we get all these like in-depth questions, and
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, like, well, what is oatmeal?
Huh.
You can make many things out of oats.
I don't know. I mean,
Definitely go with the milk, not the water.
yeah, because then it's
The
thickens, it
water's
thickens
no
it up.
good. Yeah.
You. I mean, that's
Right?
ain't that like closer to a porridge if you're doing.
See,
Like
y'all
with milk.
don't need to be answering these questions.
I think they did this just to confuse us.
I'm not confused. I know all about oatmeal.
Do you? Go ahead. What do you know about
Let's
oatmeal?
not do a dissertation. Okay, we got people to help. That person just threw a monkey wrench into the middle of our party.
Out the 941. Hey, freaks, my girl has loose lips and tells every aspect of our relationship, finances, and family life to friends and family. We have kids and some years under our belt, but we have no secrets to be kept. I have spoken to her about keeping some of our family business private, but she doesn't know how to stop. Please help.
Okay, she needs to quit. She needs to grow
She ain't
up.
gonna stop.
I don't like this
ain't
stuff.
gonna stop.
It's not cool though.
It's something that we've all dealt with, though. Everybody's had a mama that has told something that is inside baseball and told auntie on the phone, and you walk in the house like, and you know what, and then I saw him with a little girlfriend downstairs, and you're like, Mom.
But this is my woman. This is my partner.
But I mean, it's just oversharing. It's just a thing you got to deal with. You know, and you can't stop somebody who's like that. They got a gusher.
I should not have to sit down with my partner every day and say, please don't tell anybody this, but this is what happened to me today, or this is what's going. But every day you have to have that disclaimer.
You have to treat her like anything that like you discuss is gonna be just open information. So maybe start treating her slightly like the ops and just tell her what's necessary. As sad as it sounds,
It
you
is
might
sad.
have to keep information from your wife as much as you can.
How was your day?
Why
It was
you
cool.
asking?
It was cool.
Yeah.
Who wants to know?
Who want to know? You the op. I can't wait till she get a Christmas card or an Easter card said, Dobby said, address this to the op.
Oh my goodness. This one says, good morning, freaks. Who invented that dang rose? How are guys supposed to compete with that? I know you got one in your purse. How are we supposed to beat this?
I know you got one in your
I
purse.
think you're talking about me. I don't
you
have
the
one in my
travel-
purse.
Do you have a travel one?
The rose. Oh.
The rose.
Oh,
Yeah.
I call that the auctioneer, but that thing like hambone.
Listen,
You don't have to compete.
Can I say something? Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
You don't have to compete. It is a tool at your disposal
Yeah.
that you can bust out when needed
Yeah.
to help your girl out.
There
So
you
don't
go.
look at it as a competition.
No.
Just look at it as another trick under your sleeve.
Yeah, she doesn't
Right.
look at you hammering a nail and say, how am I
Right.
going to compete with that hammer?
Yeah.
It's a tool.
You got a
use.
hammer, you got a screwdriver, and we got the rose.
Best thing is for you not to be intimidated by it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be intimidated by it. It's not a replacement for you. It's just like it's a backup singer.
but so
You're
many
still
guys
the star.
are. Yeah.
Yeah, this is only for. Trust me, you're not competing with it. Don't be afraid of it. Embrace it, and that'll make her feel more comfortable because you know, and loving something that she loves.
Yeah. The goal is for your girl to have the best time ever, regardless of how that happens. Like, just keep the goal in mind.
Yeah.
Wait, one thing in mind.
Make it real sexy and look at her and say, you know what? I want to watch what you do.
Oh.
Because you love this thing so much. Let me
Yes.
get some popcorn. I want to sit here.
Well, wait a minute.
Watch.
It was sexy till we got Orville Redenbacher involved.
Why we can't get Orville involved? Orville want to see too. What's the problem?
But actually, that's a really good idea. Not only asking for her to, include the rose, but then see what she does.
Let me see what you
Yeah,
do.
maybe
girl.
you'll be
Hey.
more comfortable with it once you see what's going on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, go ahead and embrace that thing, man. All right,
We
let's
got a
see.
text. It says, this is Stephanie from Sarasota. Me and my man have been together 10 years, and I have been sharing him with another woman, and I am tired of it. What should I do?
Well, you have to make a decision, girl. Do you want to not share him anymore?
You shouldn't have started it. If you
Right.
you got to have the long game in mind.
I mean, you kind of just got to have an ultimatum at that point.
What happens
This-
when you change your mind, though, in
And
that situation?
really, like, is this gonna sound wrong? But like, who does he belong to more? For real, you've been sharing him for a long time.
Yeah.
She has some equity in this thing too. So like, cause she might say, "Hey, I've been sharing him for 15 years," and you know, whose side of the fence is he on?
It's a good point. She's gonna say they're both gonna say he's the boy is
Right.
mine. Monica, hello, remember Brandy?
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Can we answer that, Stephanie?
Dolly, you're not allowed. You mistaken today for masters.
I mean, it sounds like he belonged to both of them a
Yeah,
little
he
bit.
belonged to the streets. That's what he belonged to.
Well,
Listen, if you
put your foot down.
If you put that part in your relationship, then damn it, you gotta play along. You know, you can't just switch it up. That's why I'm asking. If you change your mind on that, and your man is in because you letting him be shared,
Dabble.
how you just gonna change it up just
Well,
like
wait a
that?
minute. If it's been 10 years, people can change over time. Maybe that was fun in the beginning, but it's 10 years now. Maybe I'm ready for
But this
commitment.
us.
She's allowed to have a no, you're allowed to change your mind eventually, especially after 10 years. But if you feel that way, you have to be prepared to lose him.
Yeah,
Right.
because he could change his mind too. He might be like,
100%.
"Yo, we got a good thing going on."
Right, or you end up leaving because you might have to leave because
Right.
he's with somebody else that don't mind sharing.
Yes.
Right.
So now he just got to replace the one that don't want to participate.
Exactly.
Who's writing the station?
You could be
so
replaceable.
you might be getting fired.
So is he though?
Because you could get replaced by the girl with the rose. She pull up.
See how all that just works
It's
together.
4 of us now.
All of us now. We got roses. We got
Full
tools.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, squeeze one more in. We got to have one more. I can't
don't
handle
even
that.
know.
Oh my God.
I started going back to school, college, in
right.
August, and I met this guy. We get along very great. We hang out all the time. He has 2 kids and an ex of 10 years. Everyone seems to think that he is into me. Should I ask him or just let it see what happens?
I'm a big fan of having somebody chase me. I'm not into like can you imagine you think someone's into you and then you kind of put yourself out there and then that's gonna hurt.
They're not.
Woo,
You have to wait for it. They're gonna be clear. They're
But
gonna be clear. You don't have to ask. Just wait until they make it.
put some feelers out there. I drop a couple of hints, suggest drinks or whatever. If a guy's into you, he will definitely let you know. He'll want to take advantage and spend time with you. Guys are very obvious that way.
I mean,
but these days, guys are very pensive because if you shoot your shot and it's a missed shot,
Yeah.
now we talked about it in confession. Now you creepy. Now you are, taking advantage of something that I didn't mean that way. We're supposed to be friends. Stop trying to put your tongue in my mouth. Like all them things that ladies say when you try and lunge forward and do the Hollywood thing. So
Right.
it's like, why don't you just play it back and then he'll make it more obvious or maybe he'll drop some hints or whatever. But nah, don't ask.
And
don't make it weird.
Well, as much as men hate to hear this, I think she has a right because she says they've been hanging out since August. They hang out all the time. I don't think it's out of bounds to have that like, hey, what are we? Where's this going?
Stop
It
it.
is. Because if not, you could
it.
just be dangled indefinitely.
But
You'll
dude
know where he
listening-
stands.
Everybody listening got a tight feeling in their
They
chest
do.
when
They
you
do.
said that because we're like, what are we? That's
Right.
the worst
You could
thing
be a
to ever
bench
say.
warmer though.
You
somebody
could be,
tease.
but at least if he's like, oh, we just chilling, you'll know that you're not high on his priorities list. If that question could be the start of something formal.
That's true.
Could be a relationship
Be
starter.
prepared though. He
Yeah,
could
just
go
like
left.
the last one.
Be prepared to be voted off the thing. You can lose him. Too much, you
Yeah.
can lose him real quick. All right, Therapy Thursday is a wrap.